What's up, Run Punks? This is gonna be Asian chicken noodle salad. We got this Tenderbird chicken from Winco. This is my favorite chicken I use. It's boneless, skinless. It comes frozen. I usually like to thaw it overnight or 2 or 3 days in the refrigerator. First step, actually, before we do this, I already did, but make sure you dirty asses wash your hands. And then you can do the clip of me washing my hands. So we're gonna pull all this chicken out, throw a quick little marinade on. As far as the marinade, I usually will let it sit for about 30 minutes is good. You can go longer, you could go up to overnight. I probably wouldn't do anything longer than overnight. And you could do it as short as if you need it right now, just throw it on the marinade and throw it on the grill and it's good to go. So for this marinade, if you have teriyaki sauce, you can use that. For me, I have this toasted sesame ginger dressing. This is actually the dressing that I put on the salad itself. So we can go ahead and marinate it in that too. Next is gonna be low sodium soy sauce. I prefer low sodium because, as you know, soy sauce is extremely salty. And just with this low sodium soy sauce and the other stuff we're putting in here, that's more than enough salt for all of this. Next ingredient is this mango ginger sauce that I have. You could do any kind of Asian sauce you have. If you really love sriracha, cool, substitute this out with some sriracha and you're good to go. As far as the dressing, it's probably about 1/4 of a cup soy sauce, maybe 1/8 of a cup of that, and then this sauce, however much you want. Like if it's sriracha, whatever, however much. The only other seasoning I'm gonna throw in here is this lemon pepper McCormick's like pre-made mix. It has garlic and onion, and then I have another one I'm actually gonna throw in right after this too. The last one I'm gonna add, because I really like it, is the roasted garlic and herb McCormick's Grill Mate seasoning. This stuff's bomb. I put this on everything. But actually the garlic will go really well with the sesame and soy sauce flavors. Remember, with all this stuff, with these seasonings, season it to taste. If you want to, you can actually mix all these in a bowl first, taste them, and then throw them on the chicken. So you can adjust if you want more pepper or more garlic or anything like that. You can add it in before you just throw it all onto the chicken. I usually like to go a little bit heavier because, again, this marinade is not going to be sitting overnight or anything like this. I'm just going to let it rest for about 30 minutes. So I'll go a little bit heavier in the seasonings because they don't have as much a chance to soak into the meat. We've moved to the wonderful outdoors. Right here at almost sunset. We're just gonna scrape the grill and I'm actually gonna hit it with a little canola spray. So we got our Asian noodle chicken salad right here. Just gonna go ahead and throw this on the grill. Been marinating now for about 30 minutes or so. With this, you wanna keep your grill probably at about medium heat. There's a lot of sugars in the sesame ginger dressing and in the soy sauce actually as well too. So, or if you do teriyaki sauce, there's a lot of sugar in that and it'll caramelize pretty quick. So turn the heat down to about medium right there. We're gonna close the lid. I'll probably let this go for about 5-10 minutes and then flip it over and do the other side. Careful, because if you have your grill too hot, you'll completely char the outside before the inside is cooked. So especially with chicken, I like to keep it at medium, mid-low. Once I throw all the chicken on the grill, I like to actually spray the top side of the chicken. That way when I flip it over, it still has spray to prevent it from getting all stuck to the grill. And then let it do its thing.
5 minutes later.
Okay, we're back in the wonderful great outdoors. We're gonna give a little flippy flip to the chicken. We got this on low heat so we're not getting too crazy with the char marks right here. So I flipped it. This is the first flip, about 5-6 minutes in. We'll flip it again in another 5 or 6 minutes, and then we'll check for doneness then. And then if it still needs more time, then we'll just keep checking it every 3-4 minutes or so and flipping it until it's ready. Step 1, boil water. Step 2, add some salt to your water. What we're doing is seasoning right here. Here I got the veggie noodles, veggie spaghetti. So I made 25% with vegetable noodles. You can substitute it with gluten-free noodles if you're gluten-free, or you can use penne if you prefer penne, whatever you want to do. Just classic old school noodles, but the veggie noodles helps give you obviously a little bit more vegetables in your diet, a little bit healthier. So we already added salt. Boom, boom. Throw our noodles in, a little bit of oil. Not a lot, just a little bit. This is just gonna help them from sticking to each other as they cook. Wait for them to soften and we'll stir them up a little. Put the lid back on and let those cook. Just follow the directions on the box, however long it takes to cook. And then as soon as there's no crunch, but it's got a little bit of chew, that's like a perfect al dente right there. Okay, so the way I check for the doneness of chicken is with a thermometer. You can always do that. As long as it's at about 165, you're good to go. If it's even at 163 or so, the carryover heat will finish it cooking. But when I'm out here, what I like to do too is I'll feel it with my finger, and if it feels pretty firm, then it's most likely done. If it's squishy and soft right there, then it's still raw in the middle. So once the muscle's all firmed up, that's how you'll know it's finished. So this one's still pretty soft right here. You can see how it squishes in. It's not cooked yet. This one right here, however, it doesn't squish nearly as much. It's more of a feel than a visual, but this one is closer to being done than this one. Chicken's done, finito. All right, so while we have our noodles cooking, our chicken is cooked, it's resting over here. We got our noodles cooking. We're gonna go ahead and chop up our veggies for our salad. So the main ingredient we're gonna use, I'm gonna use some bok choy. All of this has already been washed, so make sure you wash your vegetables. You can use any kind of cabbage, regular plain old cabbage. I've used that plenty of times. Just if I can get it, I'm gonna prefer bok choy over anything else. So we're just gonna julienne this up into strips real quick. So we're gonna go down pretty close to the butts, and then that's good right here. So here's your bok choy. I'm actually gonna get a bigger bowl. We're gonna make a big batch, that way we have meal preps for later in the week. We're cooking a whole package of noodles, so we'll make a bunch of these salads and save them to eat for lunch throughout the week. So we're gonna mix this with the noodles. The rest of the veggies we'll put on top for better presentation. I learned how to cut a bell pepper this way. A chef taught me this. So you're gonna start on the outside here and you'll spiral around the whole bell pepper. Boom, just like that. So now we'll take this, cut little strips out of it. Some cilantro. Just gonna do a nice little, kind of like a rough mince. So we'll take this. Good to go. Okay, so we're gonna check our noodles real quick. Just gonna rip a little piece off and taste it. Also, throwing it to the cabinet is a complete myth. That has nothing to do with doneness. These taste perfect al dente to me. So we can get our oven mitts and strain this out. And I'll show you how we cool it down super quick. So strain all that hot water out. And then we're actually just gonna run this under cold water. And then strain it out again. By the time you do that, noodles will be nice and cooled. One thing to note is if you're going to make meal prep for the week, moisture is your enemy. So in this case, I'm actually gonna take these paper towels and try to pat the noodles dry, kind of run them through the paper towel and take out as much extra moisture as I can. The moisture will help the food to spoil quicker. So if you're wanting this to last for the whole week, which it will, you want to try to get all that excess moisture off of the noodles. Okay, so we got our noodles here. We're just gonna add this to the bok choy that we already have. And then we're just gonna toss this together. Mix that all up right there. Put this on our plate right here. Gonna throw some the bell peppers on here. Some carrots, some cucumber. So same thing, we'll cut this chicken on a bias right here. Fan that out on top, just like that. Some cilantro for garnish. And then the last little kicker, throw some sesame seeds on there. Boom, baby. Now we just need dressing and you're good to go.